I'm Jason Word for the Ozark Pigskin Previews at JFK Stadium in Springfield. It's the 33rd annual Ozark Pigskin Preview cover shoot, and this guy right here, he is going to be on the cover. Nick Johnson of the Miller Cardinals. Nick, how does it feel to be on the cover?
Well, it feels great. I'm really honored to be here. I was kind of nervous at first, but figured out that everything would be fine. My coach kind of called me in, and I couldn't believe it at first when he told me I was going to be on the cover, but I was just ready for it, excited.
Did he do the old, son, I need to talk to you, and bring you in, close the door, make you think you're in all kinds of trouble?
All kinds of trouble, yeah. He called me in. He's like, I need to talk to you. I was like, well, what'd I do? He gave me these papers, and he's like, just read them. I was like, okay. He's like, you made the cover. I was like, really? No way. He was like, yep, get ready. I was like, okay.
You know, Coach LaSalle and other coaches, they live for moments like that.
Pretty much, yeah. I always try to scare you, even if you do something good.
Okay, so Nick, you're a running back, kick returner, punt returner, safety, kicker, punter, ball boy. You pretty much do everything for the team. Last year, over 1,600 total yards, 1,500 on the ground, over 10 yards a carry, 25 rushing touchdowns. Talk a little bit about the offensive line you had in front of you, because you're not going to get those totals without having guys you can count on.
Yeah, our offensive line is really, really big. I love all those guys to death. It's pretty much my brothers, but yeah, I got a huge line. They always make everything easy for me. I don't really have to make many moves. Just kind of, Coach LaSalle says, run straight, pick a hole. That's pretty much all you got to do when they're in front of you blocking for you.
Well, I mean, how much confidence does it give you as a runner? I mean, how much does that help you elevate your game? Knowing those guys in front of you, know their assignments. When the coach says, we're going to run over right tackle, that the hole's going to be there.
Well, it's a pretty big confidence booster knowing that you don't really have to deal with many linebackers in your way or any defensive lineman getting in your way. The coach says that's where the play's going, and that's exactly where the play's going to go, and the ball's going to be ran right up that hole. Try to get as many yards as you can. Most people you got to worry about is normally corners or safeties trying to tackle you at the end, but that's about it. Everybody else has been picked up.
So you average over 10 yards a carry, so obviously you're somebody that can get into the second level and break a tackle or two. So when you get into that second level, are you looking for another hole, or how do you break through from that first to second level?
Well, first to second level, right when you get through the hole, pretty much linebackers will be picked up depending on the play call. Pretty much you see how your safety's pursuing you, and if he's over pursuing to the right, you just cut left. That's pretty much basically it. You look for a hole right when you get the ball. Just run, pretty much.
Okay, so Sports Center calls, they want one highlight of one of your rushes from last year. What is your biggest? And you had 2 receptions for 122 and a touchdown, but they want one highlight of your offensive play last year. What is the one play that comes to your mind?
Well, when we played Pierce City, unfortunately this play got called back, but it's probably the best run I've ever had in my life.
Well, isn't that Murphy's Law? You have the best run of your life and it gets called back.
Yeah. So we did outside zone right. I ran all the way to the right. Our line unfortunately missed a couple blocks. I had to break like 2 tackles from linemen, and then after that I broke 2 tackles from linebackers and then a safety, and then it was about 55-yard run that I had to cut back all the way across the field. So that was probably a highlight I'd send in.
All right, so just between us, okay? Pretend the camera's not running. You make a play like that, it gets called back. I know the teammate thing is to say, it doesn't bother you. But does it irritate you a little bit? You make a great play, and you're like, oh, man, it didn't count.
I mean, in my head, yeah, it irritates me. I'm not going to lie. But all you got to do is get over it and make the next play. There's nothing you can do about it in the situation.
Everybody makes mistakes at some point.
You can't get on your teammates about it because then that just brings them down. You just got to bring them up and keep playing.
Well, speaking of your teammates, because you were, all-state district conference, you were the offensive player of the year in the region. Fair or not, the spotlight's going to be on you. And not just opposing teams, but your teammates are going to be looking to you as well. So how are you hoping to elevate yourself as a leader on the team this year?
Well, elevating myself as a leader, I normally try to pick all the freshmen up, tell them what to do. I don't really try to see all the spotlights on me. Most of the spotlight I feel deserves to go to the linemen and the people who block in front of me. I don't feel like I really do much. But I guess if you want to say the spotlight's on me, then yeah. To be a leader, that means you just got to push all the younger kids to be better, all the seniors to help the younger kids get better, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I asked the other guys, so I'm going to throw it to you as well. You're on the field, you're practicing, you see a guy slacking off. As a team leader, what do you do to get him back into practicing hard?
Well, it depends on the player. I guess if he can take it, then you get on him, hit him maybe. Occasionally I hit some kids. But that's just what you got to do. If they're not going to go hard, then I don't think they deserve to be out there.
Go hard or don't play at all, right?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how we play it.
Well, let's talk defensively now. You're on a safety at 39 tackles, 6 interceptions. And what would you say was your best defensive play last year?
My best defensive play was we were playing Skyline, and we were down at first half. And second half, we came out. I got a big run touchdown. And right after that, about 3 plays later, they had the ball in offense, and I got a pretty big pick that I ran back for like 46 yards or something like that. So that's probably the best defensive play I've had.
So, what feels better? A big run as a running back or a key pick?
I'd say a key pick because that just changes the whole momentum of the game. Like, anybody can really score on offense, but if you get a key pick and run it back for a touchdown, that just changes the whole flow.
Well, let's talk about Coach LaSalle a bit. I mean, we were ribbing him earlier, but how has he made you a better player and a better person playing for him?
He's made me a better person because he always pushes me to work hard, shows me that I can't slack off or you won't get anywhere in life. Pretty much, you always have to work hard. You have to push everybody else, and you can't slack off. That's it.
And how has he made you a better player?
He's made me a better player because he showed me the right things to do. I didn't play football when I was a younger kid. I started playing when I got about freshman year, and sophomore year, Coach Sal came in. I knew nothing about football at all. I never played running back in my life, and he told me all I did was kick before that, and he told me I was going to play running back, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can do it." And he pretty much showed me everything you got to do, everything you need to do, everything you need to be as a leader, everything you need to do to push your teammates to be a better running back, a better person in general, and yeah, he helped me a lot.
And then last year as a kicker, you hit from, 45 out with a field goal?
That was my farthest, yeah. Fortunately, we don't ever kick much, but
Respect. And you were at 32 of 34 in points after.
yes, sir.
So you're very consistent in that part of the game, and obviously those individual points make a lot of difference at the end of the ball game.
Yes, sir. Yes, they do. Because if you miss one, 6-0, they get a touchdown, they score 1 point, that could be the ball game right there. Just 7-6.
All right, so just between us, okay, pretend the camera's not running. You're out working out. You guys are out there. You're having a great practice. Coach calls out some drill. What is the drill that he calls out that mentally you're like, oh, God, not this one again?
Well, most drills, they're never really fun. But I don't say there's one drill in mind that I could say, man, I hate that drill. Because if you think about it, every drill we run, that's just one drill closing to the start of season.
So you love up downs is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
So Coach LaSalle, if you're watching the video, Nick loves the up downs. Make sure to include them in the practice. But Nick Johnson of the Miller Cardinals, one of our cover athletes on the 33rd annual Ozarks Pigskin Preview. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
For the 33rd Ozark Pigskin Preview, I'm Jason Word.